but they're so unsecure.
Are they? Because I mean,
all right,
Facebook, we are live. Hey, welcome to Urbanish, baby. Yes, this is LT, and I am here today with my special guest, Mr. God is Love, Mr. Brandon Tackett. Yes, he wears many hats. Thanks for coming on, Brandon.
Thank you for having me. It's fun. I'm excited.
Good. Little quarantine still, but we have to keep things moving.
Yeah. I mean, we can't tell you quarantine. You look amazing. You know what I'm saying? But
thank you.
We are still trying to stay safe and flatten the curve, as they say.
Absolutely, safe is number one. Because we can't keep going on if we aren't safe.
Absolutely,
that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, I know you personally, and I know you wear many hats, like that one that's on your head there. X stands for what?
The X stands for love. In European culture, when they sign a letter, at the end of the letter, they sign XX and then whoever, meaning love. In American culture, we sign XO, meaning hugs and kisses. So the X means love. Also, it's a play off the term where, during the holidays, they say Xmas, you know what I'm saying? Which everyone knows what the X actually stands for, which is Christ. So in the Bible, it says God is love, God is Christ, Christ is love. So it's all just this circle of God is X, God is love, God is Christ. So yeah. So X.
I love it. God is love, and that's the X. Awesome, man. And that's one thing that you are definitely spreading with your organization. It's more than just a fashion line. Tell me about the actual God is X line and the purpose behind it.
The God is Love line pretty much started last year. It's not even a year old yet. It started with me wanting to find a way to give back to the community. And I love fashion. I have a photography company, AXM Media. I'm a fashion photographer, so I've been around a lot of designers and clothes and just been blessed to do different things within the fashion industry. And so I wanted to know, how could I combine my love for fashion and also give back to the community? So what I decided to do was in November of 2019, I created these hoodies, the X Love hoodies. They were pink hoodies, originally pink. That had X Love on the chest and said God is love on the back. And all the proceeds of the hoodies went to creating care packages or hygiene packages that we gave to the homeless throughout the city of Atlanta. The hygiene packages consisted of toilet paper, socks, bottled waters, dry foods, things like that. And we gave, during the winter, we gave almost 400 health and hygiene packages out just from selling the hoodies. And so I was like, man, let's keep doing this, and Corona kind of hit, so it kind of derailed some of the plans I wanted to do with it, but it allowed me to reevaluate the business. And so right now we are still giving back to the community. But right now the funds for the t-shirts, they're going to the Georgia Black United Fund, which is a foundation that provides resources to numerous Black nonprofits throughout the city of Atlanta, strengthening the community, going into education, going into after school programs, things like that, where you see everybody protesting for change and things like that. And I believe that we have to strengthen our community in order to establish that change. And so what I'm doing to put my hat into the ring is I want to help fund those that are funding resources for the youth and just other Black things in the community to strengthen our community so that we can have a louder voice, and that, you know, we don't have to protest. They got to listen to us, you know, so.
Right. Right. Well, that's like a silent movement, you know, moving in silence, but with much power.
Yeah.
And you know, the Corona season has actually may have interrupted, but again, it just did just that, help you reevaluate. But you're still a positive force as far as in the community, and really, it's a good timing for what you're doing. You know, where they say Black Lives Matter, you know, and then I like the fact that you're actually helping to support another support. So, because it takes that chain link system for all of us to collaborate. And that's something I've noticed that you've been doing since the beginning. So, when you first started doing what you're doing, and again, I know photography is your first love. Is that correct?
Yes, that is
All
correct.
of this. Yeah. So kind of tell us about your journey, you know, way back when you started out with a mentor. See, I read your story, but not everyone has read your story. But I thought it was a great story because you found who you were within that, and just stay focused on your passion. So let the world know how you got started.
What you just said is powerful, because it's like, man, I talk to a lot of, you know, people, you know, like young people out of college and things like that. And you're just trying to find your way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's powerful. So I guess I started. I didn't want to be a photographer. First of all, like, I'm an artist by nature. I can draw very well. I've gone to multiple art schools. Um, Art design, went to college for design and art, computer graphics, things like that. So I'm a visual person. And so it kind of just, it found me. I know that sounds cliche, but low key it really did, because like one day I went with my friend who does music, and he was like, hey, I got a friend that's doing a photo shoot. Do you want to come? I was like, sure, why not? Never been to anything like that. And so he took me. I met the person that was doing the photos, and she was really dope. One of the people that I still look up to creative wise. And from there, I got introduced to other photographers, and I started collaborating with them on different projects and clients that they had. So I guess I was like a creative director in a sense, where I would come up with these ideas and they would execute them. I took a step back. It didn't take too long for me to take a step back and be like, man, I could cut the middleman and just, you know what I'm saying, keep my ideas. All I gotta do is learn the photography, and I can get all the pot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta split the pot with nobody. So that's what I did. I went and I bought a camera. I did extensive research on YouTube School, which is the best school, and just found out like what's the best camera. And I went and got one, did studying and did photos. And what's kind of wild is that I already had the eye for it. All I needed to do was learn the technical aspect of it. And so once I did that, everything else just naturally came. And let me tell you, this is like, when you know you are doing what God has purpose for you, when everything just kind of comes easy, when you don't have to really try, it just happens. Like I said, I never wanted to be a photographer, but I had a visual art in me and I could do it. And one day I was at Kroger, and this guy who was a professional photographer, white guy, old white guy, came up to you, say, hey man, I see you got a photography bag in your car. You a photographer? I said, yeah. So he was a photographer for 20 years. And for whatever reason, one thing led to another. That became my mentor. You know what I'm saying? So now God put somebody in my life who's mentoring me. Then after that, and I always loved fashion. So I would, go to these fashion shows in Atlanta and try to, link up with fashion designers and things like that. And one day I went to this one show. Shout out to Walk Fashion Show. They're based out of Detroit. They're one of the biggest independent Black-owned fashion companies in the United States. And at that time, they were getting ready to go to New York Fashion Week. And when I started doing photography, my number one goal was to get to Fashion Week, because that's the biggest fashion event in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I want to go to Fashion Week. I want to go to Fashion Week. I want to go to Fashion Week. I was praying about it. I remember telling my mentor, he was like, man, it takes photographers years to even get that opportunity. And I was like, and mind you, this is my second year shooting. Like, I haven't been shooting that long. I've only been shooting for like 4 years.
You're
And
good.
so
I like your work.
yeah. And so I've got with the walk guys. And what's wild is that, like, man, when God wants something for you, like for everybody, when you are doing the right thing, you know you're doing the right thing when you don't have to stress about it. It just comes easy. Doors open up for you. People will find favor in you. And you don't even understand why. So this company that's going to New York Fashion Week, mind you, at that time I'm broke. I can't get to New York, you know what I'm saying? And so one of the coordinators for the event recognized me and my work and said, man, you shot da 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 da. I said, yeah. Man, I got to introduce you to the owner of the company. I'm like, whoa. So he introduced me to the owner, like, yeah, man, this owner. And the owner really wasn't stunting me at all. You know what I'm saying? But this guy was like just fanning over my work. And so he's like, man, we got to take him to New York with us. We got to take him. And the guy was like, do we? Really? For real? And he was like, yeah, we got to take this guy. And so the guy was like, okay, we'll talk about it. And so at that point, I'm like, whoa, like, I'm on. So that was on like a Saturday. New York Fashion Week was the next week. And so I don't hear nothing from them all week. I'm like, man, these folk, man, they was lying, bro. Like, to everybody, like I said, when God has something for you, bro, like, it just comes. You don't even understand why. I get a call Thursday afternoon. Can I speak to Brandon Tang like him? This is such and such. I am the operations manager for this company. I'm like, okay, cool. Say, yeah, we would like to extend our offer to bring you out to New York. Everything is paid for. Are you available to leave tomorrow?
Okay.
Yes, I am available. Okay.
Right.
And so
right.
everything was paid for. I didn't pay for nothing in
Nice.
my pocket. And I went and shot New York Fashion Week. And
Okay.
the following year, I got an opportunity from a local magazine, and they paid for me to go to New York Fashion Week. Like, I've never paid for none of it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This year, that same company had already paid for me to go to Paris Fashion Week, but Corona, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
my journey as a photographer is something that's like, I low-key kind of feel like I can't relate it to other people because I don't fully understand it. It's God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's
right,
not
right.
like I can tell you, like, man, I put in all these years of work and the effort just probably been shooting 4 years. I've shot Fashion Week twice. Last year, I was in a magazine literally for 6 months straight.
Wow. Wow.
I've been shot covers. I've been around different celebrities, shot different celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just a favor of God, you know? And the fashion thing is something that, now we're getting to the fashion side. The fashion thing is something that I always wanted to do. Always, like, really, if I be honest, like, the photography was a means for me to get into the fashion. To be quite honest with you. And that design that I wrote, that I created for the hoodie last year, the pink hoodie. I think you saw the black sweatshirt. I
did. What you said. This black one.
It was the same design, but it was pink.
Okay.
That design, like, that came out November 2019. I designed that November 2018. So a whole year ago, but God never allowed it to happen. And so November of the following year, he just opened up the gates and said, okay, here you go. Now I'm allowed this to happen for you.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And so it's
yeah,
just like,
yeah. It's in God's time, not your
yeah, man, you
time.
just gotta be
You know,
patient. And I think one of the biggest things is, man, don't beat a door or keep beating on something that's not working. You just trying to force this thing to happen. And I learned that it's because when it's supposed to happen, you ain't gotta beat the door down. You know what I'm saying? It's going to open
right,
up for you. Like, I'm not telling you don't try and don't be persistent, because you have to, in order to, you know, to achieve something you've never had. You got to do something that you've never done.
never done,
But
right,
be discerning about it and not, you know, spinning your wheels. I think is the biggest
right,
thing. You know?
right. You pretty much trust the process, as people say, you
Yeah,
know, and trust and believe, and don't beat yourself up when things don't go your way,
yeah,
because as long as you allow God to use you and be
yeah,
obedient to what He put into your spirit, He got you.
yeah,
You know, like you say, you didn't really want to be a photographer. You had those doors open, and you took what you had and you ran with it. You studied, you know, self-taught, and just believing in what you know. And you know, you had an eye for it. So that was that natural gift that I see. You know, your eye for fashion, your eye, period, to know when something looks good and to know what you want it to look like. So, I mean, you know, and I love the fact of, you know, you just kept an open mind,
yeah.
and you weren't just stuck on this is what I want and that's all that I want. So you're going to work hard going to beat down that door. You
Well, I mean, I
allow
ain't
that.
saying I never did that. I did. Like in my early
Okay.
20s in college, I wanted to be a rapper like the rest of the guys in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be 100%. Like, I wanted to be in music, I wanted to be a rapper, and I just was so adamant on that. And I still love music, I still have a passion for it, but it got to a point where I was like, dude, I don't want to be 40 years old trying to be a rapper. Like, that's, I can't do that. You know what I'm
Open
saying?
mind. Yeah, you had an open mind.
And so it got to a point where it's like, okay, I think it's kind of, and I never really thought about it, because I had an open mind, but it was almost forced open mind. Like, God always had this plan, but He was waiting for me to get to that point to receive it. Like, I wasn't open
Okay.
to receive it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay,
Okay.
I want to take you here. I want you to achieve this, but in order to achieve this, I got to put you through this. But in order for you to even accept that I'm gonna make you a photographer, you got to let this go. Like, have you ever
Okay.
seen that meme of, like, it's like this little kid with a small teddy bear, and Jesus is like in front of him with like a big old teddy bear behind him, and he's like telling the kid, like, let this go, and the kid's like, but it's my favorite teddy bear, but he don't see that it's a way bigger teddy bear like behind him, and all you gotta do is trust and let that small one go, and I give you more than you ever even thought of, you know. But it's
Right.
hard because we don't see it, you know. Like,
Right.
and what you think is your biggest dream, what if it's something bigger than what you thought? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you fathoming
absolutely.
something like, I want to be this, but He could do something for you that's bigger than what you even fathom. Like, you ever heard people
Right.
like, man, I never could even dreamed I would be doing this.
Right.
You know,
Right. Right.
that's real.
Right. Right. It sounds like growth.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, because you allowed it. That's awesome. That is great. So with all that, you have these two different businesses. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And on those two different platforms, you actually collaborate with other people. Tell everybody how important it is to just pretty much get with like-minded people, to know that it's okay to do business with other people to get to where you need to go.
Man, if we decided to stop competing with one another and decided to collaborate with one another, there would be
Mhm.
so many more Black millionaires walking around. But it's not, because everybody views everybody as competition. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to take my spot. I don't want you to know what I know. When if I combine what I know and you and what you know, we both winning. You know,
That's right.
so yes, collaboration is extremely important. I mean, I would not have been able to go to Fashion Week if I did not collaborate with that fashion company. You know what I'm saying? I would not know what I know about, fabrics and designing and things like that if it wasn't for collaborating with different designers on photo shoots and they showing me different things about clothing. I mean, I've had numerous designers go out of their way, and I love them for it, to take me fabric shopping and teach me about fabrics and things like that. Like, it's not benefiting them, like, honestly, just last week I had a good friend of mine. She's so funny, but she's an extremely gifted fashion designer. She actually was gifted to go to New York and was blessed by Andre Talley, which is a former Vogue editor. And he blessed her, was like, man, your stuff is amazing, which it is. And so she took me fabric shopping for the my fall collection that I'm working on with God is Love. And she didn't have to do that, so I'm highly appreciative of that. And just the collaboration aspect of people wanting to see other people win. Like, you're not like this. I hate the term self-made. That's a lie. Nobody, let me
It's
say
so
this. I'm not
made.
gonna say nobody. I'm waiting for somebody to show me self-made, because I'm willing to bet I can look somewhere down the line that somebody gave you a shot that you couldn't do or open the door by yourself. And if you tell me that somebody opened up a door for you that you couldn't open up, even if it's not a massive door, but you wouldn't be where you are without that person opening that door, providing that shot, you're not self-made.
Right. I feel you. I feel you. It
So,
takes, yeah. You can't do
unless
everything by yourself.
yeah, you can't. Like, and again, maybe there's somebody out there like, no, I did it all. Hey, if you did, God bless you. But I have yet to run into the person who has been found extreme success all on their own from
All
out,
alone.
like I don't see it.
Right. Right. So yeah, collaboration is big time. And again, I truly believe what you said. If we all were able to just come together more, there'll be more millionaires, in our own community. Absolutely. It's so key. Now, your AXM media photography. Tell everybody how they can actually find your services. And go ahead.
AXMmedia.com. You can
Okay.
go to the website there if you're looking for wanting to do any visual art or photography. I would love to work with anybody, even if you're not creative. I definitely that's why I'm here, to help create and to help manifest any visions or ideas that people may have. So axmmedia.com. You can find me on Instagram if you want to see my portfolio, my photography portfolio, AXM Media. 2 M's, AXM, and then media spelled out. So, yeah.
Nice pictures, nice portfolio.
Thank you.
And you have a range of styles that you're able to offer as well, I noticed on there. So, and then you have the full package. People can get their makeup services done, their hair services. Absolutely everything.
Really dope hairstylists and makeup artists that I met not too long ago. Haven't worked with him personally, but he did this beautiful red hair on one of my favorite people. I think his name is Jay Dior. Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
You're funny. So yeah, go get you a piece. Yeah. Absolutely. And then your God is Love line. How can people find that and purchase your gear?
Go to godisx.com. That's the website. The Instagram is Goddess X Clothing, and this is the shirt. What's funny is the last time I saw you, I don't
Huh?
even know if you remember. Remember, I was like showing people my cell phone. I was like, "What do you like this color? What do you like?"
Colors?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so
Yes, I
like
remember.
it was like full circle because now we here, you know.
Got
So,
it.
but that's for
Yes.
everybody. Like she's really been with me, y'all. Like when I was coming up with the idea. So yeah, so
Yes.
the shirt,
Yes.
they're out. You can go get them. The hats are not out just yet, but they are finished. So they'll be coming out soon. The fall line is coming out really soon. I'm gonna be releasing the hats with another shirt. What I'm gearing to do is taking a lot of work. This is probably the most difficult thing I've ever done up to this point, which is I'm trying to put out a collection. So not just t-shirts. Like one of the big things that I'm adamant on is that God is Love is not a t-shirt company. We are not just printing t-shirts with scriptures on it. Like this is not that. Like this is a style and fashion brand. So my
Okay.
plan is to show people that with these fall clothes, like I got sweatpants that I'm working on, hoodies. I gotta go pick up these shirts. Literally, once I get off with you, like I want people to see that this is I'm for real with this. Like I know a lot of people, we're in a day and age where everybody has a t-shirt company. You know, you can, I don't know, you just have an idea of to God be the glory, put it on a shirt and then sell it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I'm about. Like I said, I'm about finding fabrics. I'm about colors and, you know, the whole nine. Like I study fashion history. Like I'm actually in school right now for fashion design. You know, I'm taking
Okay.
online web classes for it. So like this,
Okay.
serious about it. And
Right.
my goal is to be able to show you guys that, and hopefully next year we can put an event together. You know, and everybody come and it just be love. You know.
Right. Right. See, that hat, I like to just keep it real. The hat is red. It says X love.
Yeah.
Then all you need to put down there is the only way to make America great again.
That's it. That's it.
That is the only way to make America great again is through God and His love.
That's right. That's right.
Now, we've talked a lot about your business and a lot about your journey and your career mind, but tell us something about Brandon himself personally, Brandon Tackett himself. Not even nothing to do with your career mind, your other side of the brain. Who are you, Brandon? I know you're into what you do. Fashion is key. Um, all of that is a part of you, and I bet it probably consumes majority of your life. But
I have no idea.
when you take that hat off, or when you take that shirt off, and you just need to woosah, who's Brandon? What do you like to do?
I think that I am a stealth nerd. That's what I like to call it. Like I'm a secret agent nerd. Like because I like nerd stuff, but it's like my guilty pleasure, I guess. Is like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff that you see like nerds do or like that they're into.
Such as what?
And like all your friends be like making fun of, oh, look at it. And I'll just be in the bed like, But I kind of like it too, but I'm not going to dress up as a cat or a Pokemon, or I'm not going to wear a shirt that says, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not like out with it, but I love anime. I love art. I recently got into loving architecture. Um, I've really, because I do real estate photography, I've gotten into interior design. Like I really have a newfound appreciation for people who can take a 4 square walls of space and turn it into something just immaculate, make it feel like something. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I think I'm just an art nerd, man. Like I love design. I love beauty. You know, the things that, you know, we classify as beauty. I not only love it, I love the process and the hands that make it, you know.
Okay. 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 So you just a visual guy, period.
I think so, you know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
guess so. But I love music too. Like I love music. You know,
All
but
right.
like I spent a good portion of my life beating on the wall to something that would not open up. You know, so like
Okay.
I love music. I don't think I spend as much time on it, but I mean I love music. I'm not like your
What would
typical
your playlist look like?
um
Yeah, I want to know who you are.
okay, literally right before I got on with you, I was listening to Songs in the Key of Love by Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Yesterday I was listening to Chris Stapleton, which is a country
Okay.
singer.
Okay.
Also, last week I was on this really big Paramore kick, which is a rock band, listening to a lot
Okay.
of them. So my
Okay.
taste is kind of all over the place, man. It's really just the type of vibe I'm feeling. You know, sometimes I'm not even listening to words. I love jazz. I love, you know, I really love John Coltrane. Like, just
Okay.
I love him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of my favorite
Yeah.
jazz artists. You know, so
Okay.
it's I'm kind of all over the place. I
Very
listen to like
versatile.
if you were to go into my favorites, like I think my favorites would be a lot of gospel, R&B, and hip hop. You know, I
Okay.
listen to a lot of different stuff, but I mean, gospel, R&B, and hip hop is probably like
That's
my
it.
top.
Okay. All right. Well, you're well versed, and I think that has a lot to say about your creativity. You
Mhm.
know, that definitely speaks right along with that. So, what zodiac sign are you?
Say it again.
What zodiac sign are you?
Oh, I'm the one that holds everybody down. Like if it wasn't for us, then I mean, I'm not sure how everybody else would, you know, be able to function. But we end the year and we start the year. Capricorns.
Capricorns. All right. I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool beans.
And-
I just want to let everybody know who you are outside of your career mind. But I mean, I think that's just a part of you, period. You know, because you're very creative.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think that's my one of my bad things. You know what I'm saying is that I'm so focused on my passions, is that sometimes it can, you know, prevent me from, you know, taking care of like friends and family and like the other day I missed a very important birthday, you know, so I won't
Mm,
get into that, but
okay.
it
Okay.
wasn't because like I forgot. I just like it was so bad because like I told myself early in the morning, hey, I gotta call them. And immediately my brain went to whatever else I had to do that day. And it wasn't
Gotcha.
until the following day I was like, oh my God, I forgot. You know, so
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to stick to, family and important dates and things of that sort. So I used to be like that too. But what I have found myself to get better with that is as soon as I think about it, just do it.
Yeah.
You know, just do it because I find myself regretting it later. You know, the next day is not always promised.
Right.
So that's what woke me up when, you know, someone ended up passing away and I was like, doggone it, I meant to call them yesterday. You know what I mean? So just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
That's honestly I actually practice that as much as I can. Like
Yeah.
last night I was, but this is towards my business. I was
Uh-huh.
laying in the bed watching YouTube, about to fall asleep, and I'm horrible, man. Like this really is like my life. And so like I'm laying in the bed watching YouTube, and this guy had on this hoodie. And I was like, man, I really like that hoodie. And he actually said like who makes the hoodie. And I was like, I immediately jumped up, got on my computer, and I ordered like two of those hoodies. Like I was in the bed,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
anyway, whatever. But I knew that I wasn't going to do it in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
those hoodies, the hoodies that I ordered, like, because I'm trying to find, I want the best. Like when you order God is Love, I want it to be the best. So when I see something, I'm like, okay, I want to try that. I want to do that. Like right now, the sweatpants, I've been wearing these sweatpants for like the last 2 months, and everybody wants these sweatpants. Like, man, I like those sweatpants. I like those. I'm like, okay, well, I'm on to something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and that's another thing, I wear everything. Like I don't just create it and then, you got to say, hey, man, it's shrunk. If it's going to shrink, I know it's going to shrink because I've been wearing it for the last 3 months. So anything, so yeah. But I definitely got to get you a shirt and a hat.
Gotta represent. And I love hats. I'm a hat. Yeah.
We'll say. I don't know if we'll get Tiffany one, but yeah,
Uh-oh.
definitely.
Greens, dude. I appreciate you very much. And I'm a hat person. Chi-Town, we keep hats on all the time.
Hey, Chi-Town.
That's right. That's right. And we're Urbanish, baby. So we're going to have to definitely have you back on one of our platforms again and again. And I know I'm going to see you soon. I know it's quarantine, but we still have to make things happen. It was good to see you just a few months ago when we were actually filming. That was good to see you and got a chance to.
That was fun. That was fun.
Right. And I'm glad you brought those.
Be a part of that as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought those t-shirt colors and now we can actually order some.
Yeah, man, look, like, man, it's so much that goes into these shirts. Like, it's wild because, like, you just see them on the website. But, like, you remember, I was asking everybody, what colors do you like? What 5 colors? Why don't you like this one? Well, and I appreciate everybody, like, being honest. Like, I like this one. I don't see me wearing this one. And so the colors that I picked was the colors that everybody chose, so, and I think it came out very, very well. So yeah.
Good. So everybody can go and purchase a shirt. Holidays are coming up and we need to spread love anyway. Tell them one more time they can purchase a shirt where?
You can get a shirt at godisx.com. That's it. Just that simple.
godisx.com. Click.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I suggest you go ahead and do it now because we are about to transition into fall and these shirts will not be available. That's one thing that I kind of want to make the brand about is it's like this timed exclusivity to where, like, if you see somebody with a shirt, oh, they got that during the summer of
limited editions.
Yeah, not even necessarily limited because the shirts aren't limited, but it's timed. So like from July to, I don't know, the end of September. After that, I got a whole new thing coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like the pink hoodies, and it's so funny. People are funny because people have been asking me about the pink hoodie. The pink hoodies was out all winter. You had all winter to get them. Now y'all want them.
Right. They're not coming back.
Yeah, it's they out of here. So
okay.
The next thing. So
okay. So that's hot.
Go get the shirt.
Right. So you got to get it while it's hot. Get it while it's in season, and that's it.
That is it.
Okay. Yeah, that'll make us kind of move our feet a little bit faster. If we like it, we need to get it.
That's it. Get it right now, because I mean, the next design going to be hot too. So I can't say you're not going to like it because it's going to be fire too. But
they're going to miss out if they want to. Right. It's a collection. They need to collect.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. Okay. And then once they collect, they need to go ahead and get their photo session done. It's a photo shoot. That's right. So, you can get your pictures taken care of, get your wardrobe before the pictures, and show everybody that you represent God is love. And you heard about it right here on Urbanish.
That's it. You heard about it here first. Right here.
First, that's right. We're home of the first. Awesome, Brandon. So again, everybody stay tuned. We have much more coming up for you. Brandon has a whole new line coming out. So you need to jump on this summer collection before we go over to the fall collection, and then just add to the wardrobe. That's for sure. And then, you know, even though we're spending a lot of time at home, people are working at home, teaching at home, you can do photo sessions at home and still keep it safe for everybody too.
Well, I'll say this. A lot of the photo sessions that we've been doing, they've been on location. So it's not a group, so we can go to a location. You're still, you know, practicing safe social distancing. And even if we shoot inside the studio, it's not a million people in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It's just us. So we are definitely practicing social distancing and trying to be safe out here. We're not trying to be reckless. So please feel free if you got, you know, any ideas or, you know, you want to be creative, we can still create. You know, I want people to feel like that, you know, 2020 is a bust. Like I'm seeing so many people, I can't wait to 2021. Guess what? You might not see 2021. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Talk about right now and how we can live in the moment and make the best for where we at this present moment. You know, and stop always looking for something that God has never promised us in the first place. So
that's right.
Let's do it, man. If you guys want to create, let's create. Go get a shirt. It's there.
Let's do it. That's right. That's right. Let's do it. All right, guys. Once again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Urbanish, baby. And we have Mr. Brandon Tackett here on the line, the owner of God is Love and AXM Media. That's how you find them. So once again, thanks a lot for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you Thursday night. We'll be back. The whole Urbanish team will be back. So tune back in to Facebook Live on this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. And we'll be back on with these personal interviews the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And Brandon, I look forward to seeing you soon, sharing some love with you. Definitely. All right. So we'll chat later.